Hello everyone, and welcome to video number 4 in my video series that I'm doing. It's kind of like a survival guide to your unique business in network marketing and how you can make the most out of your business with kind of a little bit of time and a lot of chaos going on in the background. I know that's how I kind of run my business. And so today I thought I would touch on professionalism with social media as kind of the core of that. So I'm going to jump right in, and I just want to let you know that, the moment that you start promoting your business, once you buy your kit and you're really putting it out there that you've become a unique presenter, we need to remember that we're now a business owner and we're now the face of our business. We're not necessarily only the face of Younique. We're the face of what we are presenting and what we should be proud of as our own business. So not only are we a representative of the company, which I feel like deserves its own level of respect, but we also need to respect ourselves and the company that we're planning on building, because we started it for a reason. And usually that's because we had some dream or some idea that we really wanted to work towards. And in order to be successful with that, we really want to put our best foot forward. So oftentimes, I think unfortunately we forget that social media is just that, it's social. And so it's really easy to get caught up in posts that are not professional and posts that may be controversial or emotional. And that's not exactly the way we want to portray our business. So Facebook does have a really great thing where you can select the audience that gets to see your posts. So if you feel as though you want to share something, say political or emotional, that may stir up some negative feelings towards your business. And I'm not saying you can't have those opinions and whatnot, but remember, we're running a business, kind of the same way if you were running a small business in your little town. You wouldn't put up a very controversial sign. You kind of have to think of your Facebook feed as the same thing. So keep the public posts, even the stuff that your friends can see and the acquaintances of friends or however that works, make sure that they're kind of neutral and just kind of lighthearted, because people will judge you whether we like it or not. I mean, that's the case everywhere in life, right? But the problem with social media is there's oftentimes not that human factor. So all they see is point blank what's on the screen. They don't see the emotion behind it or why you might have done that. The same thing with texting. If you text something, it could appear very flat and you don't have that personal element with it. Where if you're on the phone, you can portray the way you're trying to get your message across with tone of your voice, or if you're FaceTiming somebody, your facial expressions. But in the virtual world, we really don't have that as an option unless we're doing a video. So just keep in mind what you're posting. Remember, everybody's watching you. Once you put out there that you're a business owner, and you are a business owner, it's an online business, but it's still a business that you own, and you're still the face of it. So just remember, people watch you, and actually we want them to watch us because we want them to join our team, or we want them to see what we're doing and feel like, hey, I could do that too, or buy our products or refer us to a friend. So they watch everything, just know that, whether we know it or not. And so just remember that you are the face of your company when you're on social media. Same with Instagram, all of those. Let's see. So we just want to make sure that you're a business owner and you're acting like one, and you're just as if you would have that little shop in a small town that you live in. Kind of handle yourself the same way. Hold on, my kid is yelling for me. Thank you for bearing with me. Had to kiss a boo-boo. So I think I just covered Facebook posts or social media posts and the emotional factor that people are watching you, and whether we like it or not, there's no personal factor there that really can differentiate, a joke or whether it's offensive to somebody. So just try and keep it light, unless you specify the audience in which that can see your posts. So the other thing I want you to know is you want to try and be somebody that other people are drawn to. Be somebody that is admirable to somebody. So when I first started this business, I was looking at these leaders who were growing their businesses, and I was going, wow, I just really want to be like that. I want to be able to stay home. I want to be able to, or at least pay for my health insurance, so I can work less and be home to have lunch with my husband, or not have to pay for daycare because I can stay home with them, the first half of the day, or something like that. So be somebody that somebody wants to aspire to, And that is really going to resonate with people. So, and then you also want to be able to teach them something, have them take something away from your posts usually. And I'm not saying with Younique it has to be a makeup tutorial, because anybody who knows me, I am not a makeup chick. I don't know what I am doing. I am a fresh face kind of girl. I do very minimal stuff. Like, this is literally my work face. And luckily I work in a job where that's totally fine. But, I am not great at those type of things. What I'm great at is educating. What I'm great at is talking. What I'm great at is coming up with ideas. I'm really artistic, not makeup artistic, but I have lots of other skills that are not necessarily makeup related. But that's not to say I can't be successful in a makeup business, because I understand that there is a huge market for makeup. I don't know one woman alive who doesn't own at least one piece of makeup product. So the supply and demand of this company is truly amazing, and the philosophy behind it is something that I really respect. So yes, when people see me, they're like, you have a makeup business? And I go, yep, I do. And you know what, I'm being successful at it because I'm finding what works for me, and I'm letting people take something away from me that I've taught them something. You know, a lot of people don't know tricks to Twitter. A lot of people don't know how to successfully post to Instagram that kind of breaks the mold a little bit. So those are my strong suits, and everybody has strong suits, and it's just a matter of finding what works for you. So don't stress, just be somebody who you want to teach somebody something, and that's going to draw them towards you and make them follow you. And that's really what we want. We want to encourage people to follow us, because when they see us being consistent with our business, they feel like they can do it too. So the other thing, be confident. Now, confidence is one of those things, and I say this all the time. This is something you're allowed to fake. You're not allowed to fake company information. You're not allowed to fake being nice. I mean, sometimes we have to be, you know, the customer is always right, that saying, but like, be confident. And you can do that because there's a screen between you and whoever's watching you. When I first started doing my videos, I was awful. And I'm not saying I'm awesome now, but I was awful. It was bad, and I was stuttering, and I'm not a stutterer. So, but eventually I learned that I can press delete and try again. And guess what? Eventually I started doing them in one take, and it's fine. And people don't really care if you make a little slip of the tongue, because that just shows you're a real person. And really, in the end, it took a split second to move on from my slip of the tongue. So it's fine. Fake your confidence until you make it. You will become more confident as time goes on. You might just become more confident because you're starting to earn a little bit of income on your own. You might be more confident because now, you know, you feel more beautiful because you found a face wash that really takes care of your skin problem that you've always had. A moisturizer that makes your skin feel great. You know, the mascara alone, just that, you know, it doesn't have to be the beauty aspect. It can be the feel good aspect. So just be confident and find what will work for you, and confidence will come. It might not be here right now, but it will come, and I will help you get there. So be polite always. We always want to be polite, even though sometimes it's not easy. We need to learn when to bite our tongue and when not to bite our tongue. You know, most of the time with customers, we're going to bite our tongue. We're going to move forward, and that's fine. We're just not going to do business with them another time, because you know what? They don't have the same thought process or values as I do. So you know how many people that I haven't done business with the second time? It's totally fine. They don't care, I don't care. It's moving on. And the people who really are following you are gonna come back to you, and they're gonna refer people to you, and they're gonna like be gravitated towards you because you're continuing to be consistently you. So don't stress about that. Just be polite, bite your tongue, pick your battles, and move on, because you know once that encounter is done, we don't necessarily need to pick it up and run with it again and try and fix it, because you're not gonna please everybody, and that's fine. You always wanna smile. Smiling is like the universal sign of nice, right? So if I went into a store and I was looking for a particular size pants, now I'm tall, I'm 5'11" almost, and I'm not super tiny boned, so I have a hard time finding just pants to fit me, because I need tall, you know. So I have to usually ask them, hey, do you have a tall pair of pants in the back? Now, if I approached somebody in retail and they were like, let me go look. Or they're like, hey, hold on a second, I think I do. Maybe not, but let me go look. There's very different responses, and those elicit very different responses from me. So smile. smile. They're going to come back to you, and it's going to make them happy, because smiling is contagious. Happy is contagious. So be polite and smile. And even if what you're telling them isn't necessarily what they want to hear, if you're doing it in the most polite way you can, trying to make their day better and smiling while you're doing it, they're probably going to soften the edges a little bit with you if it's a not great encounter. Or they might not do business with you again, but they might tell a friend about you. So just remember to be nice. That's really, my Uncle David, he's funny. He passed away a couple of years ago in his 40s, but I remember he was always like, just be nice to people. It's really not that hard of a concept. Like, if you're nice to people, people will remember you. And so he was one of the nicest people I've ever met, and I try and remember that in all of my encounters. And sometimes I'm not super successful, and that's fine, but I'm, try and grow from each experience. But just be nice, be polite, smile, be nice, and they're going to come back to you. So I think I've touched on everything today, and I will be back with another video, and I hope you took a little bit away from this.